Yo, once again, it's on. It's your boy Carcino here. Y'all know the drill. You know the routine. Yep, I'm finna stick you up for your time. Now, let's get into it, shall we? The general public sometimes are blind to the facts that have basically devastated this entire industry of basketball. Basketball was supposed to be a communication, language breaking sport, and it had become that. Now it has become a complete circus that the way people play on the playground is now how people are playing in the league. And the art is gone. The art of basketball has been disrespected in a way. The game is gone. It is now a one on one affair. Can I cross you over and get to the basket? Can I do this and get to the basket? It has become a terrible rendition of itself, and something needs to be done about it. One of the main people who have created this alternate reality of the NBA is LeBron James. People are like, why you don't like LeBron? It's all the BS that comes with him. His corruption extends far past the basketball court, and we're seeing it now. We're seeing more and more of it. He's like an infectious disease that just dominates and keeps taking over. We're looking at, we're now looking at, sorry about that. We're now looking at the ESPN, the extra special puppet network. Yep, none but puppets work there. And these puppets has decided that growing a brain is essential. But why grow a brain when you can just have puppets? And LeBron is a friendly because he gives interviews and all these things. And unlike the other athletes who never cared to really want to get inside of the networks, LeBron wants to employ his minions, his toy soldiers. He wants them employed so that they can write beautiful puff pieces all about him all the time. And all of his views can be spewed and spreaded by his minions. You know who they are: Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins. But no one stands out more than that old Brian Windhorse or Brian Warthog, whichever one you want to call him. He has stood the test of time because this guy was staying in a one-bedroom apartment with roaches and rats, working at a dirty old Cleveland newspaper reporting on high school sports because he was a no one cared. He couldn't even crack sports journalism in Cleveland. They said, go write about high school. You got one little column section in the paper. We'll give you that. He was at the bottom of the barrel. So he buried himself into it. Wrote beautiful puff pieces about LeBron, knowing that LeBron going to be the biggest thing to come out. LeBron loves to read highlights about himself. So what does he go and do? He goes and gets this guy and wants him working close to him at all times. So when he goes to the NBA, he makes sure that Brian has a good seat. He gets all the good information, and he leaks stuff to Brian. Brian became Mr. Exclusive. Good old Warthog. And of course, the sports media can't stand him, but they got to tolerate him. So in 2008, now he's in a pickle because they can't wait to fire him at the news. They don't want him there at all. They can't stand him, but they was only dealing with him because of LeBron. So now he knows he's going to be out of a job. LeBron takes him and says, "No, you're going to get a job with ESPN. Yeah, I got a relationship with them." Gets him a job down there in Miami, saying y'all got to hire Brad Warthog down here in Miami. So he takes his own reporter to Miami to write what? LeBron James puff pieces and defend LeBron. Now they start putting the bastard on television more. So now he's being seen. Oh, but it don't stop there. It gets worse. It gets much worse. Now that LeBron is out of there, ESPN had to give this guy a contract. So now he don't even have to go to the games. He can just stay on TV, get on a program, and talk positive about LeBron. That's his only assignment. Is LeBron. If that isn't collusion and corruption, I don't know what it is. That's ridiculous. It's plain pathetic, and that's only the acts of a narcissist human being. Well, Richard Jefferson was already headed towards podcasts and doing things in sports. But LeBron helped push his career forward and pushed him right to the top. Now, Richard Jefferson has his own views at points. You know, he was already destined for this after retirement. So Richard Jefferson, more than a lot of them, were ready. He was primed and ready to be at this forefront. Now, let's go into another analogy or another thing about him. Jefferson don't really get out of bounds, but we know why he's there. Now, Kendrick Perkins, Big Perk. We all know Kendrick Perkins has been saying some things that have been quite interesting. He's even stated he's Team LeBron, right? But Kendrick Perkins, who played with LeBron back when they were in 8th grade, played over in Oakland and AAU and all of these different things. We know about that. But here's the thing. When Big Perk came and played with LeBron before, and then he left because he really just wasn't that good anymore. He really wasn't. And he was in the G League. That's what Perk was. He was trying to make his ends meet in the G League, where they play for far less. His career was done. And LeBron came and picked him up. And the last season, right before they went to their last run to the NBA Finals, picked Perk up just so he could ride with the team, being on the bench, wasn't going to play, inactive, in a suit, but he's there for the ride. And why did he do that for him? Because he needed another minion. LeBron don't do something for you out the kindness of his heart. He do it to you because he wants you on his side. You gotta be Team LeBron. That's the only way this is gonna work. Either you're Team LeBron or you're nothing. What's it gonna be, son? So he felt, I'm indebted to LeBron. And you know he's got a fifth grade education, so the elevator don't go past the fifth floor. So it doesn't take much to get his loyalty. He's like that old dog, that old hound dog. You can even mistreat the hound dog and just say, hey, I'm sorry, come on in. Or the old hound dog gonna come on in that house. You ain't still mad at me, aren't you? I promise I won't go on the rug again. So the old hound dog don't do what he gonna do. He knows loyalty to the master. Like he said, he's Team LeBron. So how can I expect anything that's unbiased? I mean, not biased from you, and some unbiased information. I can't no objectivity coming from you. I can't see that happening. So when Kevin Durant decided to call this man a sellout, right? This is what Perk said.
I am fighting for African Americans. I've been have, and that don't make you a sellout. That don't make me a sellout because I have a different opinion or disagree with someone else that's going about it another way. I actually applaud anybody that's fighting the fight right now in America. So that's the first thing first. Second of all, listen here. You don't know what I'm going through right now in my personal life fighting the fight. I live in $1 million community. I'm fighting the fight every day in my own community. I'm the only African American family that live in this community, and my wife and I have to fight a fight with our home association and neighbors every day through email. So much that we not even comfortable with having our kids go outside without supervision. You don't know what I'm going through for us fighting the fight when I have to drive my oldest son to middle school to go to his workouts, and I pull up and there's 70 kids out there and there's only 2 African Americans and he's one of them, and I got to stay out there to make sure he okay because just 4 days ago, 2 miles away from my house, they found the African American teenager hung dead at an elementary school. And I've been on multiple platforms. I've used my social media to speak out since this first started. Oh, you can go look on my Twitter, you can go look on my Instagram or whatever. I done been on First Take. I done been on The Get Up, Hoop Stream, preaching out about Black Lives Matter and fighting the fight. I was one of the first ones to call out the NBA owners about speaking out and taking action on what's going on in America, followed up by a phone conversation an hour and a half long with Danny Ainge. So don't tell me nothing about being a sellout, because that ain't even for me and you, brother. Because you know what? Let me remind you something. The same sellout that's sitting right here, I remember this day like it was yesterday. May 8, 2011, Mother's Day. You and I, Memphis, Tennessee, going through personal problems. And guess what? You came to my room, we vented, we cried together, we cried some more, vented some more. We didn't leave that room until we confined in each other. And we left out of there and was like, you know what? We're glad we had each other to lean on. And so, KD, for you to call your brother a sellout, man, hey, come on, dog. You know my love is for you. You know what my love is and my heart is for you. By the way, my wife, Vanity Perkins, your sister, who you used to call, and she used to make them play the oxtails with that good macaroni and cheese and cornbread, she still got love for you today. You remember coming to my house, my oldest two sons, and used to walk through the door, little Kendrick Stone, who they used to say, hey, what's up, Uncle KD, and you used to play fight with them? They still got love for you today. By the way, this same sellout, this brother that's sitting right here on this ESPN platform talking to you today, I still love you to this day, my brother. And I'm going to leave it at that.
And there you have it. There you have it. Big Perk pouring his heart out. It's touching. So he's fighting the fight in his $1 million home. And he's going through it because he's the only black man there. Oh my God, what must he do? He's fighting the housing, the housing community. Oh, his kid is it's only 2 black kids at the school. What must he do in this multi-million-dollar area that he lives? Well, Perkins, I know where you live. And I know because other people that I know you and seen you a lot. Your kids plays on the basketball team that plays in the same circuit where he lives. You could live in Spring, Texas, right? Where there are $1 million homes, no violence, and a lot of blacks. You're just 20 minutes away, brother. 20 minutes away. You want to live over there where you're the only white guy living over there. So you can't complain about a situation that you made or created. You decided to go over there, and what did you think? They were just going to welcome you with open arms? And you were going to be liked over there because you got money? That's supposed to change everything? You don't escape your color. People here are fighting the real fight. And you talking about you fighting the fight because you living in a multi-million-dollar area. And we supposed to feel your pain. I live in a $1 million house and you got millionaire problems. You just not realizing that they gonna not like you no matter where you live? We got an email back and forth. We emailing each other. Woo, sounds like a big movement. Kevin Durant is saying this because you've been assassinating your brother's character, the same brother that you said was Uncle KD coming over there playing with your sons. Why don't you remember that when you executing him on your show? Because you don't do that for LeBron. You don't do that to LeBron. So why would you do that for a guy who you've known longer? You've been around KD longer than you've been around LeBron. So where was his respect? You didn't show any respect to him before all this. So this extends way past KD. You sound like a puppet. You sound like a guy who's not speaking from his heart, but from the heart of your boss. Remember, you said you team LeBron. And now you're trying to assassinate Kyrie Irving's character. If they take Kyrie's brain and put it inside of a bird, the bird will fly backwards. That's right. You start off assassinating the man character. So you got what you wanted. You wanted to be a trending sensation so you could stand out. And this is all part and product of LeBron James. This is his fault. He gave you a platform. So I'm putting the onus on him. You know, you guys haven't earned the right to be in a analyst chair. You haven't. You know, so that's just my take on it. And everybody else might disagree. It's just that's the way it is. Like you talking about millionaire homes and the good communities, and you could go right in Spring, Texas, and they have the same level of schools as far as education. Multi-million dollar homes in Spring, Texas, 20 minutes from where you live. I won't say where you live, Perk, but I know where you live. 20 minutes away. But you don't want to live around the brothers. Why? They got millions. They're multi-million dollar homes over there, and you know it. Why won't you live there? That's like me complaining. I move here and I'm complaining. So all these white people around me. It's only the black guy across from me. It's me and him. Well, I'm fighting the fight every day. I ain't got to deal with them. They ain't got to deal with me. I don't sit around worrying about who don't like me and who like me. We dealing with housing community problems. If you got a problem with the HCA, that's on you because you don't know what you're doing over there. They gonna understand me. Period. If I got a problem with any one of the neighbors, they gonna understand my blackness is gonna stand right out. And I'll be like, if anything happened to my son, y'all better spend money to make sure my son okay. Cause if he come back with a bruise, he break a leg or something, everybody gone. This whole block gonna burn down. Y'all gonna understand what I'm talking about. So I don't want no problems. He ain't gotta come to your house. He ain't gotta play with your kids. You leave us alone, we leave you alone. You know, y'all. I don't know what happened to y'all. Y'all corny basketball players, then really just thinking y'all fighting a movement. I'm like, I don't get this dude at all. Nobody comes before your kids. No job, no nothing. That's just how it should be. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. So you chose to be that, bro. So everybody, I'm out. Don't forget to hit me up on the Cash App. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. And if you want to go to the Patreon and check it out, we got something very interesting for you to hear about. We talking voodoo and religion. It is incredible. I guarantee you're gonna want to check that out for all my Patreons that's over there. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell for the newbies. And I'm out.